aren't you Bobbie Jo sells, or Mr. Bobbie Jo sells homes? I'm like, yes, I am. I will take that all day long. Mama's out there selling houses and doing the work. You can call me whatever the hell you want to.
Hi there, welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Bobbie Jo. Thank you for joining us today. Today I have a very, very, very special guest. My husband, Scott Roth. We have been married for 30 years. We just celebrated our
30 long years.
we just celebrated our 30th long year anniversary. When we were so fortunate, we went to the Maldives for our anniversary. It was a dream vacation.
Absolutely.
And we had fun 99% of the time.
Yeah. 98.
98% of the time. Anyhow, we were going to talk a little bit today about our progress on how we got to where we're at today. And as many of you know, my path did not start out as me being a real estate agent. When Scott and I very first got married, he was freshly out of the Marine Corps. Yep. Right. And we were dating, and then he proposed to me. Actually, when he proposed to me, I thought we were breaking up.
That's a true story.
Yeah, I thought we were breaking up. He took me to a really fancy restaurant to break up with me.
And then you said yes instantly. No, she didn't.
No, how many times did you have to ask me?
Like, really, can you? Like, what? Yeah, she was freaking out.
Yes, because like 10 minutes before that, I was in the bathroom giving myself a pep talk, saying like, you're not going to let him break up with you. You're going to break up with him. You got this. And then I go out and you were proposing to me.
Oh, that's right. Are you crazy? Mm-hmm. Are you crazy? It's like, yeah, clearly.
But I thought we were breaking up, though, because the night before you were giving our dog a bath and the phone rang, and it was a girl named Sarah. And I asked if she could leave a message because you're washing a dog. And she said, nope. And then she just hung up. So I'm like, well, what was that all about?
Well, it ended up, I used to work for a home health care company, and I did oxygen deliveries right when I got out of the Marines. I shared, that I was going to pop the question tonight with one of my clients, and they were totally into my life. Most of them very, very, very retired people. And, I told her I was going to pop the question. So she was asking me if I had done it yet. So which obviously made it like weird that some woman's calling me.
Yes.
We didn't have cell phones. Did we have cell phones back then?
No cell phones. Because when we got to the restaurant, we were with your brother-in-law and sister and Lauren.
Yep, Michelle and Uncle Craig.
And the waiter came up and said he had a phone call when we got to the restaurant.
And that was on purpose because the flowers were there.
And I thought, oh, the Sarah girls calling the restaurant want to know if we're done yet. What an idiot I was. Well, but 30 years later, here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, so Scott first went to college in Yakima, and I worked at Costco. And you went to school at Perry Tech.
Yep. And instrumentation and industrial electronics.
And when you were when you're graduating from school, I remember most of your friends were getting jobs in Alaska or California.
Yep.
And then because Yakima was so far from home for me, and moving to Yakima was my first experience.
You couldn't be away from your daddy.
Yeah, I could not be away from my daddy.
I need to be somewhere close to my daddy, just in case you got to run from me.
Yeah, so I told you we can get a job between Portland and Seattle, and we ended up in Fife.
Wow.
Yep. And then when you got out, I started going to school, and that's how I got into the dental field. And then I worked in the dental field for quite some time. Yep. And then when our
kids happened in there somewhere.
Yeah, kids happened. Well, first we got a dog, and we bought a house. Yes, we had Jessie girl, and then we bought a house. I had
Black Lab, Jessie girl.
Mm-hmm, Jessie girl.
Love that girl.
Yes. Anyhow, then when we had the world's worst real estate agents, and that's why I became a real estate agent, because we were having a hard time.
Yeah, we were flipping, we kind of went into business with some great friends of ours and started flipping some houses, putting our money together, a little joint venture, and then, literally didn't have a very great experience with a real estate agent.
And then after I had been a real estate agent for quite a while, I remember you saying to me, you need to pick a career. There's not enough time in the day for you to do both. And you thought I should choose real estate.
When you can yeah, when you can sell a person a house in a grocery line, when you can be, I think one of your latest ones was jury duty.
Oh, yes.
It's like, people, I think, realize real quick what you're all about, and I don't know if they love you right out of the gate, but they certainly know that your integrity's high and all that good stuff. So, but yeah.
So when we took the plunge and started doing it full time, I never realized how big it was going to get. I didn't realize that when I went from selling like maybe 5 to 6 houses a year, and all of a sudden it was like 18 a year, and then now I think we're averaging.
It was 50 last year.
Yes, well, close to. So, and I'm on target to do the same this year. But I didn't foresee that being my future. I didn't foresee having a team in my future. But it feels like it's rolling into place pretty easily.
You too can be a real estate agent if you work 80 hours plus a week. Good Lord.
Yeah, well, it does make date nights pretty difficult.
Yeah, how is your love life?
Lovely. I would say that.
I'm gonna check my appointment and see when I can
Squeeze
go
me
out
in.
to dinner.
I would say probably more often than not, our date nights turn into stopping by a house so you can check and see if a water line's running, or can you look at this quick electrical panel for me, or can you put a sign in, or help me finish unstage a house. So thank you for always supporting us. Yes.
No.
Yes. And being Mr. Handy at home too.
That's right.
Yes. You're so sexy when you have a screwdriver in your hand.
Yeah.
Actually, you're more sexy when you're washing dishes.
I'm not very sexy very often.
So we were talking about doing this podcast together, and you came up with some ideas. You were wanting to ask me some questions.
Oh, I wanted to put you on the spot, and I think we could still do this.
I think we can do it right now, yeah. And I think that it could be a monthly thing. You can put me on the spot and ask me some questions. So he's going to pull out his phone and look at us.
Well, let me see here. So I got a softball for you. I got actually a couple questions.
Okay.
This is real easy,
Okay.
but you're going to have to explain why.
Ooh.
And we won't ask any, golf course questions that may or may not have happened last weekend, and somebody rushing to find.
Okay.
That's an inside joke there. I'm sure it'll come out at some point. So, Mrs. Roth, well, what is your most favorite holiday and why? Is it Valentine's Day? The love month?
I do love the
Is
love
it
holiday.
when Jesus came to town?
Yeah, I like
anything
that.
like
I
that?
like that one.
What's your most favorite?
Well, it has to do with spooky, scary
Yeah,
stuff.
you're weird.
Yes. My favorite holiday is Halloween, and I really love the creepy, scary Halloween. And I guess it's because I grew up watching scary movies with my dad, and I hate being scared, but I love being scared. Like, I love going to a Halloween maze or a corn maze. I like being in the dark and just not knowing it's going to jump out and grab you. Yeah, I love it so much.
There's always a question. Oh, you want to watch a scary movie tonight? I really don't. Not that I'm really afraid, but I know what the plot's going to be, and somebody's going to die, and somebody's going to get chased, and yeah, then that is what happens.
I feel like the only one in the family that really appreciates scary movies is Cole.
Oh yeah, you and Coley Cole.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that you and Austin like to scare us. Like,
That's the best part.
yeah.
Yeah.
One time we were in our quiet water house, and Austin, he was upstairs playing games with the guys or something, and Chloe Cole and I were downstairs watching the scary movie. You were in bed, and then Austin had snuck out, unbeknownst to us, but he had snuck out and gone in the backyard, and I think he either like opened the back door really creepy and scary and threw something in. But we were both like, "What was that?" I think we were watching The Conjuring, so he got us pretty good.
So this was actually I came up with some questions that she doesn't know about, just because I wanted to see her either squirm or all the above. Then you cannot ask me those same questions. Anyway, so this actually goes into that question as well. What is the... No. Hang on here. Have you ever done anything of the ritual nature to sell a house?
Oh.
Miss Halloween girl.
Yes. Well, I would say that I'm never afraid to use all the tools in trying to sell a house. That would be open houses, videos, professional photos, blah blah blah. But it's like a lot of people are saging right now. And I had this one house I swear was cursed. Like we had people break into it when we were there. It wasn't getting any showings. The
It's a great house.
It was a beautiful house. It was
Big, beautiful house.
I thought the house would sell really, really quick. I mean, it was so unique and so beautiful.
Yeah.
So eventually, it had been on the market for like 5 months, and we hadn't had an offer. We reduced the purchase price, and that's when an agent actually had gone to go preview it for her clients, and then the gate stopped working, so she was locked
in.
She was locked into the property, and I had asked my clients, are you okay if I would go and sage the property? And I actually watched some YouTube videos on how to sage a property, and I had received a little saging kit from...
Not stage a property, but sage.
Sage, yeah, sage.
A property.
Yes.
Yeah,
the smoking
you heard it right,
sage
everyone.
brushing. Yeah, it does seem like a little witchcraft, but I swear it worked because
Witchcraft.
the next week we had a showing. Those people would end up buying the property. It closed. The closing was getting a little bit hairy. I went and re-saged again just to make sure.
Re-saged again.
Re-saged. And it involves like opening the windows, and I went around chanting, this house is going to close. All the negative energy is leaving this home. You're not needed here anymore. But whatever it takes. But that took a long time though, because that house was 5,000 square feet, and
It was a fat house.
to properly sage, you have to go
Yeah.
around the whole entire room, open the window, and invite any negative energy
Yeah.
or spirits to
Or
leave.
goblins or whatever.
Yes, anything negative. Just go out the window. We don't need you here. But I feel like it worked. And actually, my clients, if you ask them, they would say it worked too. They're happy clients.
That's good. That's good. That's good to have happy clients.
That was a good question. That was my first and only time doing it. I wouldn't be opposed to doing it again.
Okay, you heard it there.
Yeah.
She will come sage your house.
Yep. I might need to work on my skills a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is another one. It's probably I'll ask this, but what is the strangest listing appointment that you've ever had?
Ooh. Well, that would my braces are getting caught. On my lips getting caught my braces. So I showed up to a listing appointment. It was a Google lead, so I didn't know the person. A lot of times I know where I'm going. It's a referral, so it's usually there's a little bit of a backstory to where you're going.
And a lot of times your husband will know in advance too.
Yeah, my
if
husband
you're going somewhere it's unknown, just in case I have to show up.
Yes, after this situation, we have a new protocol.
There's a new protocol.
There's a new
in
protocol.
the house.
We have someone go with me. If it's someone we don't know or not linked to, that we go with an assistant or another agent. Yes. But this particular one, I showed up my packet, and I was dressed cute, and I had my little listing packet, and I go up to the door, and there's a couple steps to the door, and I knock on it, and I step back, and the gentleman answered his door, and mind you, that there's a few steps elevation. He opens the door, and he's in his
And he's a pretty big gentleman.
He's a pretty big gentleman.
In more ways than one.
And he's in his underwear. And
He answered the door in his underwear.
He answered the door in his underwear, and he was standing there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I forgot exactly what I said, but
I caught you
at a bad time.
A bad
Is this not a good time? And he's like, oh no problem. Come on in. And I was like, I'm not doing this. And I just turned around and walked off and got in the car and pulled up the road, and I called you and said, I'm going to be a little earlier than I thought tonight. And you're like, what's going on? And I told you.
She called me further down the road than in front of the house. And she, after multiple attempts by myself to get the address, to have a discussion with this person to ensure they knew how to treat people, she would not give me the address to this house.
You're like,
It was going to be just a conversation.
You're like, I'm looking at 360. I know where you're at. Which house is it?
Oh, I was too. I seen what development you're in. It's like I'll go door to door and see if anybody answers the damn
door.
door
In underwear.
in their underwear, because there will be a problem.
That was the weirdest one. But the weirdest part was the way he was acting didn't match the creepiness of him being in his underwear, right? Like, when I was first drove up, I'm like, did he forget that he didn't have pants on? Like, is that a thing? Can people forget? Like, did he do it just for shock and awe? Because he didn't act like, hey, baby, come on in. He wasn't like that. He was like, oh, no.
I think I know when my pants are on and when they're off. I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm pretty sure I do, too.
Somebody's knocking at the door. I'm in my jams.
It's like being in the kitchen with Austin with his underwear off. When he's in his underwear.
Well, the boys, that's one thing.
But the problem was it wasn't my son.
Yeah.
His junk's like right in your face because he was 2 stairs up. That was so weird.
Yeah, she just said junk.
Yeah, junk. There has to be a hard part for you sometimes, though, because if you don't know where I'm at, I know we struggled on that a few
Yeah,
times.
and we did earlier on when you were a new agent and going to places, and we got protocols, and if I text you, you know what to text back, just in case somebody's. It's a serious thing. Security and safety is a security thing, or a very big thing when it comes to real estate agents and being out, especially cute ones like the one I got right here. But yeah, I think we have some procedures in place, and yeah, I think we can take care of stuff.
Yes,
More better now.
for sure, for sure. And that's also something too that I instill on our newer agents. Like I always will talk to them about safety protocol, like not letting people walking behind them. If you don't know, like an open house, strangers walk in the house. Like we'll let them tour the house in front of you and keep the door open. Just things. Keep your phone on you, but just stuff to be extra careful.
Definitely.
Yes, you can't be too careful. So thank you. So I want to ask you 3 questions now.
This wasn't part of
Yeah.
it.
Oh, this will be an easy one. What's your favorite season?
Hunting.
Yeah.
Duh.
See, most people will be
and
thinking,
we are there, and I don't know why I'm still here right now.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Fall is the season to fill the freezers.
Yes. Well, actually, we were out of deer meat right now.
And that was the weirdest thing, having to go and buy. I told the guys at work today, it's like I had to go buy beef. It would hurt me to say, to go out and buy ground beef for that spaghetti dinner that I made last night. But yeah, it was weird not to have burger in the fridge.
Oh, for
But
sure.
we will take care of that. The boys and I are on a mission. No.
So this is my next question.
Easy on me, mama.
I was just going to ask you, like, I ask you a lot of electrical questions. Does that ever bother you? Like, I send you lots of inspection reports and ask you to give me a free analysis for my clients. Like, I feel like for myself as a benefit to my clients to have a licensed EL1 electrician in the pocket. But does it bother you? I know sometimes when you're watching football, it definitely bothers you because you don't want to look at it.
Not really. I think it is good, and they're easy stuff, working on industrial and commercial stuff, and then you ask me some residential questions, which is softballs. But no, I want to help out the piece, and just like the folks you just sold a house up to in Seattle, and being able to look at their panels, and it is basically a pre-inspection as we're showing the house, that I can kind of point out what's good, what's bad, what's ugly, what's different, and no, not at all. Like I said, I'm going to retire here 5.5 years from my company, and whether or not I'd want to do that in the future, because I love to go out and look at stuff. We know how to do stuff. We've got rental houses. We've done mini flips. We've done stuff. We've been there. We built this. We built that. We built this. It's like, no, I love that. I eat that up. Unless I have to drive to Seattle, like today's I don't have to work tomorrow. It's my day off, my Friday night. If you happen asking me to drive down to downtown Seattle, that's probably the only heartburn. But no, I'm glad we're able to help people out, and it is, it is a benefit that you can give to your customers, because not only you know what walls, you don't know what load bearing without looking behind the ceiling and everything else, but you know what we've done in the past, to where you can tell them, hey, you can knock this thing out, you can do that. It's having the benefit of us being there, done that, I think helps out your clients a lot, and hopefully they see that. I'm sure they do, but
No, for sure. I think so, for sure. Not everyone is as hands-on or as handy as you are. I mean, some people are more computer-based, or they're just good in different areas. So I feel like, especially to those clients, it's a huge benefit.
that's what YouTube's for. I can fix any car. Just have to go on YouTube and pick the right video.
Well, I think to someone who's like more computer driven, or is into like programming or whatnot. Like their brains are just geared differently. So like to those clients, just putting up a toilet paper roll would be really hard. So it's just nice to have that to offer to the clients. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I had one more question for you. Ding,
Ding.
ding. I know you just love my ding. For our retirement, or how many more homes do you think that we'll touch in our lives?
Like fix up or
Fix up, own, call our own. I really hope we to have a cabin.
I'm gonna be leaving some money on the table when I retire from my place of employment, and I'll need to make that up. Not that we'll need to make it up, but I'll need to personally make that up just because it'll make my gut feel like I need to flip a house or two.
What do you mean leave it on the table? Like as in you're leaving?
Well, I won't be getting as much in retirement because I'm leaving
Oh.
earlier than I should. I'll be leaving at 60 instead of 65 or 2 or whatever. But that's Brewski you hear in the background.
So what I'm hearing is you should be working longer.
No, well, it doesn't take much. Some of the flips we've done, or the house in Ording took a month. For 30 days we went from complete chaos, hey big boy, petting Brewski, to somebody moving in on the 30th day. And it was complete kitchen renovation, complete flooring, complete doors ripped out, broken down, just complete chaos. And then having, or the falling water house, it's like, again, chaos. That took 60 days, but hunting season took priority because it needed to, and the boys were back in town from college and football and all that good stuff. So it needed to take a couple more days. But no, I can see us doing, or being more involved in that, and at least doing a flip or two, just to make some gas money.
I feel like personally my goals would be, I really want to have a cabin, something we can VRBO and we can use in the woods. And I really would like to have something sunny that we could do the same thing with.
Well, I think that's hard with that is, if we get a cabin out in the woods, obviously the boys will love us even more because they'll be out there hunting and fishing and doing all that stuff. But it's like, do you really want, somebody else in there, doing that? Is it an investment? If it's an investment, yeah, VRBO. If it's our, more of our second home or whatever else, do we want other people's butts in our beds type thing? Okay. And that's okay. We're a Rapid City house that, we want butts in beds all the time. We want to make some money on that, but.
Besides where we've lived though, we've never bought
I might build a cabin.
Well, that's what we got. A good idea. But we've never owned anything. I would love that idea, actually. Let me rewind just a second, because we've never built anything we've lived in. That would be really cool. Like we've never.
That's true. We built a couple houses that we are renting today. They're beautiful homes. Mm-hmm. They're great homes.
But we never lived in anything. I've never got to live in any new construction ever. You
sound like you're crying a little bit.
I am a little bit. All my friends have. My family has.
My friends get to.
It's hard to think differently though, because everything we've ever done to this point, we've always done it for investment purposes. Like every house we bought ugly, with the idea that we're going to fix it
completely ugly
and make them pretty. And then with the Rapid House, we rented it to Ost, and then we turned it into a VRBO. So I love the idea of having the cabin be just ours, or not renting it. But it's just weird to think of buying something second and not having it be an income producing.
Buy the property. You buy the property and get those stick built log cabin deals where you can kind of order and
yeah, that would be
not like big logs, but like those
mm-hmm.
I don't know what they call them. You scrape the edges and toss them together like Lego, like a what do you call those logs?
Lincoln logs.
Yeah, Lincoln logs. I don't know. Maybe something like that would work. But anyway, we could do that.
Well, then if we did that, would you be open to doing something also for in a sunny place?
Like Eastern Washington? Sunny?
No. I'm thinking
because it sounds like you're talking south. And
yeah. I'm thinking like golf course 55 plus community.
I don't know if we build a house down there.
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't be important. I'm saying just for another investment property, like my VRBO idea.
Yeah, that could work. You know, I don't know.
Okay. Well, he's not closed-minded to it. That's what I'm hearing.
No.
I'm just thinking like, oh, we could go to the cabin on, sometimes go down to our other house, or if we want to travel somewhere else, we just rent out the sunny house. We can, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah.
I'm just exploring my opportunities.
I think I might have to, whether or not I'd wait till I retire to do that, but I don't know. As far as build,
Yeah.
like a cabin or something, but that's, shoot, 5.5 years from now when I'm going to retire, I think we would need to pull the trigger a little quicker than that.
My goal is before you retire is to finish this house. So I'm hoping this winter.
I'm just trying to get my gate done.
The gate before
Lord.
Christmas. The gate before Christmas would be nice. But then maybe after hunting season, but after Christmas, maybe we can expand my office. We converted our 2-car garage into my office, which we're in now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful, it's modern, love it. But it gets a little tight in here because our team's growing. And so we're going to be expanding.
And we'll only get bigger.
We're going to expand over on the other side. So I was hoping that we can get a commitment that it could be done this winter.
Are you trying to get a commitment right now?
Yeah, from you. Because Amber is just trying to organize some things, and she just needs to know.
Well, I'll talk to Amber because she's the boss. Amber's her assistant, lovely assistant. And,
Yes. I just threw that out there. It was actually a lie.
yeah. Amber and I are going to talk about timelines.
I really was just trying to find out.
Trying to get other stuff done too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But my goal is before you retire would be that this property would be completed, is my goal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Waterfront, remodel, paved driveway, gate,
Need to get the master on the
main level.
main level for when we get old. And yeah.
I'm glad to hear we're on the same page. Really? Really? So, when you go to Home Depot, sometimes you'll get stopped and people will ask you what.
So yeah, funny thing. And we know a lot of people and it seems like everywhere we go, everybody's recognizes, especially her, from videos or whatever else. But, I definitely, I knew the folks, their acquaintances, but it was like, aren't you Bobbie Jo sells, or Mr. Bobbie Jo sells homes? I'm like, yes, I am. I will take that all day long. Mama's out there selling houses and doing the work. You can call me whatever the hell you want to.
Well, it's funny because you go from being Cole and Austin's dad, then
Oh yeah. When they were going through football and lacrosse, or aren't you Cole and Austin's parents? Or are you Austin's parents? Or it's like, we don't have names. We just we're the boys' parents. And I'm 100% okay with that as well. But yeah.
well, thinking back on my career, it's like every time I've enhanced in my career, it was because I had gentle pushes from you. And I remember a long time ago, I am so resistant to protocol or I don't know what the right word is for this, but structure. Like I was like
I love structure.
Yes, and that's why we match well.
Structure is good.
But I remember you saying to me a long time ago, like when we lived on 24th Street house, and you're saying that, I really need to keep a database. And at that time, I don't even think I had a laptop. I'm like, a database, why would I do that? And looking back, I'm like, hello, I wish I would have started that earlier. And then when you were giving me a little nudge to start to do real estate full time, I remember us having the conversation, and you were saying that you thought I should do it full time, and I had said, oh no, because in oral surgery, I get holidays, vacation, 401k, and you're like, you just pay yourself those things. I'm like, no, you don't do that, no. And then here we are. So
everything's worth something, and just like our medical, and we have a good deal through our company, but that's worth X amount of dollars. So you just have to make that up, and just like me leaving early and retiring early, it's like, I'm going to leave X amount on the table. I don't need to make it up because of my sugar mama here, but I will need to, as just because of what's in my heart and soul, that I'll need to make that up, make it right. So anyway, you were saying.
Maybe a duplex.
How'd we go to a duplex?
Well, just for like a flip or for because we could do that condo
We do
conversion.
a duplex or a quad or whatever. It'd be nice to rent.
I'll be daydreaming, and then I get you on board. But it's like the house down in Ording. But then when you get on board, then I get cold feet. I'm like, oh, maybe it's not the best one. Yeah, it's not the best one. Maybe
It's like, let's do
maybe
it.
It's too big.
When I walked into that Ording house, holy buckets.
First
It
off,
was like, number one, I didn't want to walk in.
Right.
Like one step, knowing that I might get something on my
Feet.
shoes
Yeah.
or a crazy disease or something. But that's
That's why don't be afraid of something being too
the
disgusting.
best thing.
Yeah.
Best neighborhood, or find the worst house in the best neighborhood. And the crappiest, the better. So, but yeah.
So in the Ording house, just for a little tidbit on it, this client called me to come and look at their house because they needed to sell it because they did a forbearance, meaning that during COVID, they took the not paying their loans for a while because COVID was affecting them. And so then all of a sudden they found out they needed to pay $54,000 within a couple of months or they had to sell the house. And so they knew they couldn't pay the $54,000. They wanted to sell their house. So she's like, can you come down and do or come down and talk to me about selling my house? Well, of course.
And you got 2 or 3 investors involved trying to get
Well, at first,
pricing.
When I first went down there, though, I didn't know what I was walking into. But when I first got there, and there's like a rotting. This was like, I want to say it was May when I went there the first time. And when I got there, there was this rotten, decayed pumpkin on the front porch. And then when she opens the door, this cat came out, and she's like, "Welcome me in." But it's like a pathway through a storage unit. It's what it felt like because it was just so full of stuff, and it stunk so bad, like dog pee and cat. And then she's welcoming me in.
Best house to buy right there.
She was welcoming me in. I did not want to walk in, and then so I walked in and I just stopped at the door and I told her, "Oh no, this is good. We'll just stay here." I did not want to walk into the house. And then and also her dishes. I don't think she had a single dish inside her cabinets. There were dishes.
We didn't even know that the kitchen was in that disarray because we couldn't really open the cabinets, and that's when we found that the floor was
Sunken in underneath it,
falling out a little bit, and yeah, we had to replace like 3/4 of the cabinets, the floor.
Later on,
We
yes.
had to pretty much do a full meal deal.
But at that first appointment, though, I remember coming home and telling you that all of my senses were overwhelmed because it visually was just in a horrible condition.
And I'm like, let's buy it.
And you're right. And it stunk so bad, so my nose senses. And then as I'm trying to talk to her, this cat kept jumping up outside and like attaching to the screen and hanging on the screen.
Oh my God! You told me that story. It'd reach you up and go and land right on the screen and just look at you. And I'm like, oh, that's freaking awesome. She needed to get her sage out for that.
I didn't need the sage out for that one. But
Cat psycho.
Anyhow, I told her that at the first appointment that even to get investors in there, you need to clean it up, blah, blah, blah. And then we got the investors to bid. Then we were looking at the numbers, what the investors were offering. It's like, well, we could buy it for that. So I think we ended up paying like $5,000 over what the investors did.
Yeah.
And then we ended up buying the house. But that one, when she moved out, though, we were looking around, and then they left all that garbage in the garage.
It was a lot.
Yeah, and it's all the flies.
It was a lot. I think the kids came and helped us. Austin and Cole came and helped us, and their part was demo. It was demo day, like you see on HGTV or anything else. It's like they went in there and it was, you couldn't get. I don't know if it was the nastiest house we bought, because we bought some nasty houses before, but it was damn close.
Yeah.
And pulling doors off, and it was mainly the carpet, and it was mainly the pad, and it was mainly in the
sunken kitchen and the sink.
Yeah, and when you start flipping that stuff up and the dust and crap gets it through the air is no bueno.
I remember Austin, he had cut out a section of that carpet that was up in the master, because it's where the dogs peed mostly, or went to the bathroom mostly. But I remember he had rolled up that carpet, and he was just walking it down the stairs, and he passed me.
You were gagging.
I was gagging. He was the one carrying it. He was the one who had to cut it and roll it up.
Oh my God, I'm like, stop.
I know, and I was like, I couldn't.
I'm like, stop right now. He's the one that's doing all the work, and you're gagging.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
It was bad.
It was so bad. Oh Oh my gosh, that poor kid. Good thing that he was strong. I go, oh God, ugh. That was horrible. That was horrible. We have a habit of buying things and starting our summers off being work slaves.
Yeah.
And wasting. We need to start buying them like in November, December.
Hunting season. Don't have time.
Yeah,
No, October, November, December, January, February. We're booked.
Well, I feel like that we're nearing the end of our podcast. Unless you have anything else for me today.
I would like to say, if anyone out there knows, my phone number, if not, probably know her phone number, to get my number. But if you've got some questions out there that you would like me to ask Miss Bobbie Jo Sells Homes, and I promise I will not tell her as much as I did not tell her tonight. Give me some whoppers if you know something about her that would like to maybe embarrass her a little bit. Not that we're trying to do that. It's all fun and games here. But if you have some good dirt, please text me or text her to get my number and then text me. Yeah, I'm searching for great ideas. I've got some more stuff under my sleeve, but
Okay.
But yeah, and that doesn't go both ways, by the way.
I was just going to say
this
that.
is about you.
If anybody out there has any particular questions they'd like to know from Scott, that I'd like me to ask him,
I'm Mr. Bobbie Jo Sells Homes.
Reach out to the Mrs. Bobbie Jo Sells Homes. Well, that was fun. So for real, if you guys have any questions you want us to ask each other, please do let us know. I think that could be very, very fun, and especially when it comes to the flipping side or the building side, or if you have electrical questions.
We've done a thing or two.
Yeah, we've done a thing or two. And Scott usually is the guns that puts things together. I'm the store runner, the painter, the cleaner. I keep our construction site clean. Mm-hmm. But Scott does a lot of plumbing, but it requires me to go to the plumbing store a lot. There's usually a few fights involved.
I suck at plumbing.
Yeah, there's usually a few fights involved in your plumbing.
Oh my God.
Or I'll buy like a cheaper faucet and it requires
I'm
more
an electrician by trade.
Yeah.
I can put conduit together. It doesn't need to hold water. It needs to hold wires. I got issues.
If you want a quick way to piss Scott off, buy furniture on Amazon that requires putting.
Oh Jesus!
Yes.
Stop.
I know.
That's why I made her stop going to IKEA. I was like, what the hell? Like, that's a lot of work.
Pay the extra $50.
Yeah, just pay it. It's worth it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Real Talk with Bobbie Jo, and we look forward to our next episode. And again, if you guys have some questions you'd like us to get answered from either side, let us know, and we'll get it figured out. So have a great day. Thanks again.